All right, everyone. Now we got to talk about the fallout from the Trump sneaker debacle. I thought this one was funny. Trump has a long history of promoting kind of weird and sort of out there, over-the-top products, and then they sell out almost immediately. Like you look at the Trump NFT collection, which netted him millions of dollars. And those NFTs are probably still selling from person to person now. I got off that train. You remember I briefly was going to launch a series of NFTs there. I just did it for fun. I thought it would be funky and humorous and just, I mean, I know it's a grift, but at the same time it was funny. But then, I mean, there was so much negative attention that I quickly came out and said, okay, this isn't going to be a thing because, you know, the people have spoken. I actually listened to my audience. Some creators have made the mistake of not doing so. But when Trump unleashes something that's kind of goofy, it's just for humor. So he released a small collection of collectible sneakers. Collectible. I'm sure they're going to sell for 100 times their value in the future, by the way. So they are a collectible item. Simply because they got a lot of press, they're associated with a president of the United States who has, again, that flair, that habit of doing things like this. They're like spray-painted gold, and, you know, they're the official Trump sneakers. Make America Great Again shoes. And they sold out within, like, what, half an hour or something like that, netting Trump untold amounts of profit. And, and help him pay his legal bills. You know, it's a big problem. And but the liberals kept complaining about it. Oh my God, these tacky shoes that are overpriced and made in China, and how dare he sell them? It's called success. He does it because he can. And he got lots and lots of free press coverage, making them ultra more collectible simply because if someone possesses a pair of those shoes, people like you will bitch about it. Oh my God, that's so tacky. How dare you? You sound like Greta Thunberg, actually. To be clear, I did not buy a pair of Trump sneakers. Because that's not the kind of Trump collectible that I would want to have. I'd rather have like the Trump flag, which was sent to me, from Webster's Wares or something like that. Trump flag, that's great. You know, it's something I'm showing my support very publicly. If he wins, then I get to fly that blazon for some time to come and chuckle about it. Although I don't think any of the neighbors would care. This isn't a very liberal neighborhood, so another reason I feel comfy here. Rutland is the one part of Vermont other than the Northeast Kingdom where somebody like me politically kind of fits in and isn't like a total pariah. Like if I settled up in Shelburne or something like that, I would definitely be that person in the village. I'd be that neighbor. You know, no, kids, don't look over there. He's an extremist. Yeah, something like that. Go back to Woodstock or something like that. Maybe Bridgewater you get away with. Woodstock, probably not. Just imagine White River Junction. But Trump sold sneakers, and all of a sudden people were outraged. It was literally trending on multiple websites. Oh my God, the China-made sneakers, the tacky sneakers. Trump is stealing money from his gullible fans again. The people that did decide to invest in that, they're going to be able to sell them for more than they bought them for. So some of them will end up in people's personal collections, and some probably got bought by just eccentric people. Like, I've got Trump sneakers. Yeah, that's pretty cool. It has no real numismatic, I mean, you can wear them, I guess. They're sneakers. Why not? I have a feeling that most of them won't be worn. Maybe Kid Rock got a pair. He'll come out with those at his next concert or something like that. Is it kitschy? Yeah. Is it kind of funky more than it is pragmatic, useful, or particularly of actual numismatic value? Yeah, of course. Yeah, just look at like Trump steaks or something like that. Okay, here you've got your steak. It's good, but it's just a steak. But it has Trump's name on it. And so it's better. There are people who think that it's brand loyalty too. It's like some people they'll swear up and down that there's a significant difference between the hamburgers at one fast food restaurant versus another. Like I'm Team Burger King on that one. On the rare occasion that I eat fast food, I will prefer a Whopper. I genuinely think it's better. That's not due to brand loyalty. I just think it tastes better than the Big Mac. But there are some people that have like brand loyalty. So they shop at one store over another because they just like it more. They like the brand more. And sometimes it's because when they were a kid, they were familiarized with it or something like that. I remember Ames back when that existed. I thought that store was fun, but doesn't exist anymore. Sears, they don't exist. A lot of my childhood has been ripped away from me. I don't do the brand loyalty thing, except with rare exceptions. There are exceptions. For instance, I would never buy Apple products, not necessarily due to brand loyalty to Windows. I'm thinking about Linux now that Windows 11 has shit the bed completely. I had to get that for the Victus. And it takes a lot of tinkering to make it actually useful so that OneDrive doesn't gobble up all your bandwidth constantly and steal all of your data. You can block it, it's just they made the process more complex than blocking it in Windows 10 like I'm using now. Windows 10 is better. Windows 7 represents the pinnacle of Windows operating systems, by the way. Or like you look locally at the stores here. I prefer to shop at Ace Hardware or Agway than to shop at Home Depot. I shop at Home Depot sometimes to get bulk supplies, and bricks especially, but I prefer Ace. I just like the brand better. I would go to Burger King over McDonald's. That's due to product quality. Trump's name is associated with a brand. You can't think about somebody like Donald Trump as being Donald Trump. He's part of a brand. It's like I'm not just Tarl Warwick. That's my birth name. I'm also Styx Hexenhammer. I'm part of a brand. People buy things with my logo on them simply because they are associated with me. They may think it'll become collectible. I agree with you. When I'm dead, they'll be worth more maybe, or something like that. In some cases, just they want to express their support for the work that I do. They like the content. They agree with me on politics, or something like that. It's a brand. The fact that Ouroboros pin doesn't have any direct numismatic value beyond its collectability or its nostalgia does not matter. That's the way you've got to think about business sometimes. Trump knows this better than almost anyone. He was the ultimate tycoon of the 80s. Not the richest, but definitely the most well-known. And he's selling fucking steaks and wine. Here's my casino. You can stop by at Trump Tower. I just bought the Mar-a-Lago. They swear it's only worth like $29 million. Boy, I would love to be able to get a loan to cover the cost and buy the Mar-a-Lago, because then, I could make $100,000 a fucking day. Quite easily. On a property that is held back in its taxability based on Floridian law. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. That'd be wonderful. You'd get like $100,000 in pure profit after taxes every goddamn day if you knew what you were doing. Trump's made so much money off just buying the fucking property and rehabbing it, and then having his flagpole war with the city there, which was hilarious and hilarious. They raised up a mound of dirt around the flagpole so as not to violate the prohibition against, I can't remember exactly the height, but it's not supposed to be beyond some certain height. So they said, okay, well, we'll raise the elevation of the soil, and so then it'll stick out more, because I want to have the tallest flag in the area. Trump is ingenious. You gotta realize he just made a decent amount of money selling something that simply had his name on it and was spray-painted gold. I don't even think it's actually real gold coated, although that might be hyperbole by the liberals. It might actually have gold foil embedded into it or something for all I know. I congratulate him on it. Yeah, it may be a little bit of a grift, but, you flaunt it if you got it. And all these other motherfuckers that are like, oh my god, Trump is scamming people. You know exactly what you're buying. The price is there, the product, the pictures of it and everything. If you want to buy it, buy it. If you don't want to buy it, don't buy it. That's the long and short of it. It's capitalism. So I congratulate him for that and find it hilarious that people would complain about it, especially when they're like really obsessed, like making 20 tweets in a row about this subject, like it actually affects them personally, like it actually gets them angry, and they're not just fucking griping. That's about all. Peace out.